BASF, we create chemistry. Lux Wealth Advisors. Giving Hearts Day. North Dakota Petroleum Foundation.
At Mayville State University, high-quality education is affordable. On our small campus, students become part of a family where every individual is valued.
Mayville State is the place to be. Learning is flourishing and students are happy, and the personal service is like none other.
Start your journey as a member of the Mayville State family. Schedule a campus visit today at mayvillestate.edu/visit.
Lights are down here today on the campus of Mayville State. You know what that means? That means it's time to get going. Chris Brintle, Darren Thiel just with you. It is Dickinson State, Mayville State. This is game one of our doubleheader today on BEK. The men's game will be lit, and it'll be following this one right here on BEK. So another double dip of Mayville State basketball. There you see Dickinson State, this team looking for what would be its biggest win of the year, trying to take down a top 25 team. That's going to be a tall task. This team is 6-15 overall, 2-7 in conference play. And Darren, they've had some road woes. They're 1-5 on the road this season.
Yeah, and that can be something you can dwell on, or it can be something sort of a rallying cry. So I'm interested to see when they come out defensively. You know, Mayville's going to be able to put a lot of pressure on the perimeter. They're going to focus on the post presence of the Dickinson State players. It's going to be interesting to see how are they going to handle pressure early, and what kind of tempo is this game going to take shape of early in the basketball game. They're going to have to be focused, they're going to have to be laser locked in, and they got to be ready to handle everything that Mayville's going to throw at them. We
spoke with Eric Nelson, the fifth-year Blue Hawk head coach, and he told us, he said, hey, it starts with that 1-2 punch. And he was talking, it's like, well, you got to try to contain them, as if, like, I don't really know how to stop them. You know, you got Rust in there, you have Hughes. Those two are so tough to stop, but also a bunch of role players from Mayville that can do a lot of different things.
Yeah, and when you're playing a good team, you got to pick your poison, right, sometimes. But the most important philosophy is you got to do something. You got to take away something that they do well and give yourself a chance. Play the tempo that you want to play against and value every single possession that you have.
Comets undefeated at home this year. Let's do this thing. Mayville State, we mentioned, just a half game back out of first place in the North Star standings behind Dakota State. So this is a big game for them. Hughes gets fouled.
Yeah, quick take to the basket. Set a high ball screen, double high ball screen, trying to get around that side, trying to take advantage of the quickness early on, clearing out one side, getting to the basket, draws the foul. Just a second late getting over there to stop.
Hughes 13 points, 5 assists last night. She'll get one more. Two 2-0 start for Mayville State. First possession of the game for the Blue Hawks. Ose. Oh, intercepted by Jordan's Rust.
And that's one of those things, you got to be able to take advantage of possession. So trying to get the ball inside, just like we talked about in the pregame, just unable to take care of the basketball.
And Rust kisses it off the glass and in. Pretty move by Jordan's Rust. Uh-oh. Rust almost picked off another.
Again, just taking care of the basketball. Don't get in such a hurry. And Mayville has a tendency to make teams do that. Get playing faster than you want to play.
Pearson hits the mid-range J, and Dickinson State on the board. Pearson loves those off-balance shots. That's her game.
Yeah, Dickinson playing a little full-court pressure. Didn't look like they were trying to play to steal the basketball. Just kind of slow the tempo of the game down. Pack back in a 2-3 zone now.
It's Rust from 16. Here's Pearson. Got to get KK Fox going tonight if Dickinson State's going to hang around in this game. Ose on the block. Tries to bounce it in and a foul on the cutter. Cutting in there was Caden Steele. She had 11 points Wednesday.
Yeah, good cut by Steele. I'm just kind of curious. They're getting the ball inside to Ose right now, and she's not really looking to score. She's looking for cutters or looking for kick-out passes. So it's going to be interesting to see if she's going to try and score the basketball.
Uh-oh. Hughes is alone. And Hughes finishes.
And in a basketball game like this, you can't have turnovers, especially at the midcourt line where they can take them in for uncontested shots. Those are free points.
Fox wanted Ose, not there. The turnaround, Pearson got it.
Need those shots, you know, so now they're able to get back, set up this pressure, slow things down a little bit, and I'm guessing they'll drop back into the 2-3. You could see last time they're kind of challenging Mayville to try and shoot from the outside a little bit and trying to keep possession underneath the basket.
As Russ fakes, drives, back to Hughes. Good defense that time by Pearson, stopping Rust. 11 on the shot clock. Big time three-pointer, Jess Mertens.
Nice shot, able to answer the call. Dickinson did everything they wanted to do on that possession. They had the shot clock down to 9, able to make them settle for an outside shot. Just doesn't matter when you can knock them down.
KK travels, Mayville State gets the ball back. Up 9-4, early going in this one. You know, it's interesting, you alluded to it. Dickinson State has gotten it down to Ose a few times. It's almost like she expected to be doubled, but they're keeping it just one player on her.
Yeah, not right now. They're just not focusing to score. Maybe that's a scouting report thing where they're looking to score out of it and anticipating the double team, but we'll see.
Mayville State turns it over. Entering the game for the first time this afternoon is Alex Page for the Comets. See what happens here. Maybe Ose will get it and be aggressive. LeBrie try to get it over to Pearson. It's tapped away by Rust. Actually, it hit off of Pearson last.
Yeah, and that's tough. I mean, you have your point guard, LeBrie, standing right at the top and trying to make that entry pass over to the wing. It's just a long pass. The ball hangs for a long time. Unless you can get your wing to be able to come back to the basketball, you're just inviting somebody to step in front, and those are the places you cannot have turnovers.
Hughes crosses over. Jordan. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Hughes from deep, no. KK Fox gliding down the lane. Pearson.
Good drive, attacking that high seam, able to get to the basket, just unable to score, but those are two good possessions for the Blue Hawks the last two times, offensively and defensively.
Nice stop and go by Mertens. She's fouled on the floor.
Just so quick to the basket, right? Long, able to just get on that side, get back into her defender, and able to get to the basket and finish with contact.
She had 17 the other night against Bellevue, and Dennis Hutter told us, he's like, hopefully that's the impetus of really getting her going offensively. On-court performance, 15 against Valley City State last night, so he could be right.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell they just created space in that zone where they're able to create an alley, if you want to call it an alley, to get to the basket, just creating space, and she attacked it.
Approaching 6 minutes left, first quarter, 9-4 Mayville State. Hughes has 7 on the shot clock to work. It's a screen from Page. Stop and go, 2 on the shot clock. Great defense.
It's the kind of possessions they need. Now they got to transition, put possessions together.
Sedilli with their first touch. LeBrie to LeBrie, there's the twins, Heather and Hannah. Aldrich fades, tried to kiss it off the glass, but to no avail.
You know, you kind of got to like the attack. You know, the attack from the outside. Blue Hawks doing a nice job getting the ball to the basket. When you draw that contact, I know you try to create some space, but when you give yourself that much leeway and you're going away from the basket, it's tough to finish plays.
Facing up, Edwards. Now Edwards will go set a screen. They'll reset with 7 on the shot clock. Hannah LeBrie pulls up from the elbow. Offensive rebound though. Blue Hawks get another chance. Hannah to the foul line again, kicks out. 3 ball. Nope. Paige had the rebound for a moment, then she was hit and fouled.
You know, you got to like those, that offensive rebound, that extra possession. I mean, we talked about it being important for Mayville, but it's also important for Dickinson State to be able to get those second shots on those kickouts. A lot of times you see that three-point basket go down. A lot of times those are swings of 4 to 5 points just in a single possession.
No pressure here from Dickinson State. Handle. It's Russ. Nice fake, nice drive, nice finish.
Not going to stop that, are you? When you get her, she gets that deep and that close to the basket, you're just asking for trouble. Nice move.
An 11-4 start for the Comets. LeBrie swings it. Stadilli with 10 on the shot clock. Edwards kicks it out. We're going the other way.
Yeah, I didn't see she step on the sideline as she caught the pass over on that side. Very important part to keep it close here. 11-4, Comets on their home floor. Able to kind of do what they want to right now. Just got to be able to keep it close.
There's Russ at the foul line. Decker elevates, misses. Sedilli with it, running point with under 4 minutes left. First quarter, 11-4 Comets.
Kind of playing on the 1-3-1 type of zone where they're chasing people through the lane.
Edwards is hit. It's on the floor. Edwards had a nice night Wednesday against Valley City State.
You know, it's a good face. She catches the ball down on the post, faces the basket, able to get a move where she can get to the hoop, draws the contact, able to get another possession, I guess. But you got to like where they're getting the basketball too, at least at this point.
Aldrich carried it.
Yeah, I didn't like the call. She didn't like the call, but yeah, kind of got on the hip a little bit and able to do that little hesitation move trying to get to the basket. But again, trying to find seams, trying to find ways to get to the basket and draw some contact.
Hughes crosses in time. Jordan between her legs. Has to give it up. Good defense underneath. It's Rust for 3.
Cut her off the first time, then she just steps outside the three-point line. You can just see where her all-around game is just going to be something that the Blue Hawks are going to have to contend with all game long.
Steele in the corner. As Russ knocks it away, ball is loose. A scrum for it. Ataya.
Yeah, right now the Blue Hawks having a tough time trying to find a place where they can get the basketball, especially on that first entry pass. Don't you think? It's like, I don't know, it's just tough right now. And that's a lot of credit to the Comets just being able to communicate and find where cutters are going out of that zone and finding matchups.
Yeah, this team plays cohesive defense, and you said it. You said the word, communicate.
It's all about talking, right? Communicating, having your language out on the floor, able to know where your teammates are at.
3 on the shot clock. KK Fox, Ose with 1 on the shot clock, had to rush it, and she misses it. Rebounds Rust. Mertens. Ose guarding her at a distance. Mertens goes in anyway. Tried the reverse, blocked by Sam Ose.
Ose did a nice job responding to that play because Mayville State obviously was trying to get a clear out. Had 3 people on the opposite side trying to clear out a space for them to get the basket.
It's going to stay with the Blue Hawks. Taylor Dean into the contest. Greta Hillica also in for Mayville State.
Here's that depth that Mayville State has, trying to throw 3 players in at a time and staying fresh, and we'll just see how the Blue Hawks can handle, being a little bit short-handed with some of their roster.
Heather Labrie with it. 8 on the shot clock. Throws one up, misses, but the offensive rebound, no.
Good job following up, getting back on defense on transition, being able to try to stop the basketball. You can see Mayville's trying to push the tempo of the basketball game and trying to get up and more to a speed that they want to play at.
And that's the speed they want to play. If you're Dickinson State, you want to slow this thing down and make it a half-court game. That's tough to do against these speedsters here in Mayville.
Especially when they play defense as well as they do, just pressuring the basketball just creates for a lot of leak outs.
All net for Hughes.
And doesn't hurt to shoot like that either.
Hughes has 7 first quarter points. Ose working inside and finishing.
Well, you called it. We were trying to say we were trying to get the ball into Ose and trying to utilize her size going to the basket. That time she just had her mind made up. She was taking that ball strong, and it was a nice finish.
Boy, look at the hustle and the effort by this defense.
You got to be impressed with the way the Blue Hawks are coming out here and they're just competing, right? So a lot of things, some things aren't going well as far as the scoreboard right now, but defensively and effort-wise, they're giving everything they've got, and they're playing this game like they want to go out and win this game. Coming on the road, it's kind of an us versus everybody mentality, just trying to get after it and trying to give themselves a chance.
Approaching a minute left, first quarter, 14-6 Mayville State. Here's Ose, working hard. Wow.
Well, why go away from what's working, right? Last possession, they did the same thing, able to get Ose down in the post and able to finish, and now they get a turnover.
KK Fox in the paint, elevates, misses. Mertens the rebound.
Just kind of felt like that was going to be a big swing, a momentum swing if that would have fallen.
And now Dickinson State over the past minute and a half or so creating some turnovers, giving their offense some opportunities. Eventually, they have to convert on those. Ose in the high post. Got it stripped. What a play by Jess Mertens.
And you don't become a good defensive team without realizing the last 2 times they went down to Ose in the post and able to see that they were going to do that again. She was going to put it on the floor, get a hand in there, and knock it away.
Hughes goes to work with 7 seconds left in the first quarter. That goes through the hands of Page and out of bounds. Well, you got 3.9 to work with if you're the Hawks.
Yeah, plenty of time to get the ball off the floor and get a decent look at the basket. So if they could get something to fall here at the end of the quarter, they could have a lot of momentum. Oh, got to realize the time.
And that will be the end of the first quarter. 6-point lead.
Doing math was when we didn't go into $200,000 of debt.
If you are freaked out and you're stuck in these debt payments and you think it has to be a part of your life, it doesn't.
Hi, everybody. I'm Doug Billings, host of The Right Side with Doug Billings, where we take great joy every day in entering into your lives at key moments to make differences for the better. That's how we fulfill the meaning of life, folks. I have the high-profile guests that you want to hear from The Right Side. I also have truth, honesty, morality, God. We have it all on our side. We also take a lot of joy in pointing out the intellectual immaturity of liberals everywhere.
Sundays at 10 p.m. Central Time on BEK TV. BEK Sports is your leader in local. More excitement, more games, more connections. It's North Dakota Live Sports. Excitement from the front row of every sport. Live for you on TV or online at BEK.TV. High school, collegiate, and beyond. Every sport. The full schedule's online at BEK.TV. Your leader in sports. BEK Sports.
Welcome to Culture Crossroads. I'm Andrew Southwick. This is the show that covers the latest in politics, pop culture, and everyday people. The Fed raising and lowering the interest rate sounds like another way for the government to manipulate our behavior through the financial markets. We stand at the intersection of faith and freedom. They have to know that the jabs injure people, so why do they recommend it? Join me every week on Culture Crossroads right here on BEK TV.
It's time for the AgriCover halftime report. AgriCover Roll-Tars, quality load protection for the farm, fertilizer, and construction industries.
Back here, your AgriCover halftime